Hi there, this is Life Prepper, and this article is talking about preppers take the target off your back. Okay, and it's by Pat Hendry. It talks about, says here, preppers take the target off your back. There are many aspects of prepping that we think from a tactical perspective as being information we wouldn't want to share with everyone. You don't usually want to advertise to the world that you are a prepper in the first place because conventional wisdom would say to you have supplies that others could want in a crisis scenario. To that end, we discuss concepts. There is no sense of telling your neighbors what you have and advertising your stash of prepping supplies, and that's true, if you ever expect to hang on to them in a crisis, at least without putting up a fight to keep them to yourself. You know, some preppers are really known. They talk about it on YouTube. They show their stash. And then they talk about it to everybody in the neighborhood. You know, this is what I'm doing. And this so they know, people know they do all this stuff. So since I'm working at Walmart, I see a lot of people coming in and I see what they buy sometimes. So, you know, I've asked them, so are you a prepper by any chance? And they just smile and say, no. But they would really stock up. I see some of them coming in with 20 or 30 jugs, empty jugs to fill back up. I see them buying 20 or 30 gallons of water and things like that. So you see a lot. It says, we also cover the concept of becoming the gray man or the gray neighbor in some cases, as I call it, intentionally trying to blend in to your surroundings so as not to draw attention to your physical appearance. By looking more like the people you're around, you stick out less and should be viewed as less of a target by people intended on doing harm. This can be after a disaster or other situations, as it's talking about, of course. So, they said it wouldn't take long for them to get tired of looking at your clean, happy face before they will want to storm your castle and take what rightly theirs for the common good, as they put it. So what they feel like, you know, they will break in, they'll take your food because they feel like for the common good, you should take and share whatever you have. It says, as much as you can in gray man concept are just a few ways we can avoid drawing unwanted attention. You know, basically just, I want to talk a few ways I think you can telegraph you are the prepper that you might want to consider. Some of these will be obvious. Dress and appearance. This is probably one area where I make the most mistakes myself, and you may not have considered how what you wear makes you a target. For men, primarily, especially preppers, we tend to like our camo. That makes perfect sense sometimes of the year. Heck, in some areas, camouflage is perfectly acceptable church attire, but in others it puts you in a bucket. It is one thing you have a camo jacket or hoodie on, but it's another thing to entirely have the whole G.I. Joe outfit. And he's right about that. Now, of course, I'm from the South, so seeing guys in camo and stuff a lot of times was nothing unusual because there was all, you know, it was hunting season and things in that area, so they was always outdoors doing something. I said that was nothing unusual to see that for most part of the year, and then some of them just tend to wear it pretty much year round, just how it was. So, you know, now then it's talking about tactical pants are one of the biggest giveaways that you could be carrying concealed, and that's something there. Of course, like I say, seeing those kind of pants was nothing unusual from where I was from because a lot of them was outdoors people, basically. A lot of them did fishing and things like that. A lot of them worked on their own vehicles or whatever, so they carried in extra wire powers or whatever in the pocket. So it was nothing unusual to see that. And I actually like those kind of pants myself. I think they're very useful as well. So, you know, with some multi-special boots and a large untucked shirt like the guy below you have the recipe for disaster. I don't know about the untouched shirt thing means. Talking about you can conceal and carry a weapon with an untouched shirt. Unfortunately, a lot of guys walk around with untouched shirts. Really, that don't mean anything. Most people wouldn't even think anything about it. It's talking about t-shirts and tattoos. I am a stout Second Amendment Baptist, and I have nothing against tattoos either. But if you wear these proudly and conspicuously, you could make yourself a target. I completely understand freedom of expression, and this isn't an argument about politics. So many people out there with tattoos now, and nobody thinks twice about a lot of them. Most of the tattoos that you can really see, you do not see a lot of racist stuff and things poking up on them, or death for this or death for that. Most of them are usually hid underneath the shirts and stuff, or in other parts of the areas. Once they take the shirt off and stuff, or wear a different type of top, then you can see those. So most people are not even really fazed by tattoos anymore. They're just really not. I mean, you can see a lot of the gang issues and stuff like that, and you're aware of them. But people just kind of start turning a blind eye to it. They're just getting used to it. So they really don't think nothing of it anymore. Not like they used to. And says how you decorate your vehicle is another one. I was going to write a post a long time ago, also titled, "What does your bumper say about you?" And then it's talking about, basically just all these different things you put on your bumpers and stickers, down this or down with that, or doomsday stuff, or, I'm a prepper, just something like that. Things like, you can't think for yourself, vote Democrat, whatever stuff like daily carry, apply weapons, But here is right here showing, basically you're seeing right here is showing what's in the tattoos, and then you talk about some of the bumper stickers right there. So that's what it's talking about also in that. And I'm sorry about the light and everything, but it's late at night, so I'm going to use my phone light to read. Then it says home. Everyone has seen the sign below, but do you think it stops robberies? Do you think this sign would make anyone think twice about breaking in? It does make them think you have weapons on the site that could now either plan for or want to steal. You are advertising that you have guns to everyone. So again, like I said, it's talking about this here. You're advertising that you have guns and things. So basically, your bumper stickers can tell people a lot about you on it. And then, it's also like here's this here. It says, never mind the dog, beware of the owner. So things like that putting on it also draws a great deal of attention. Also, it's talking about social media. Facebook is the central clearinghouse for photographs and memes about gun rights. It's also a place that some people choose to put photographs of all their weapons on their page. And they got a good point there, but it's kind of, I don't know why people post there all their guns. Basically, here it is. Center Photo of the Year. This is what a lot of them does. They think it's sexy or whatever. They want to show all their weapons or toys off, basically. So they're opening themselves up to being exposed. And if the government is not going to get them, because if the government finds out that they have any kind of records or anything, they're coming after them. So here's your centerfold right here. You can take a quick snapshot of that and hang it on your wall if you want to. But basically, yes, it's just like I said. It's talking about the social media. And then that's the thing about it. A lot of them talks about what they have and they post it on there. So people are aware of and advertising what you have. You are helping out anyone who has plans for you that you don't know. And they do. So this guy, I say, showing his two guitars off. He's posing in his bathing suit, I guess. And he's showing all his guns and his ammo laying there. So he's just setting himself up for a nice little, come and, take my stuff. So it's kind of like, let's let them come in, basically, you know. I want to know that I don't care what they think. They should know who they're dealing with. And that is my point. If you don't care that everyone knows in advance what they're dealing with, when they confront you, by then all means, go right ahead and pose it, your Fruit of Looms with your arsenal, looking like a walking advertisement for your favorite movie. I think it's better to be more subdued. Leave them guessing. If someone is coming for me, I don't want them to know what I have or am I capable of. He makes a quote here. All warfare is based on discipline. Hence, when we are able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our force, we must appear inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near. So, and he's talking about guerrilla operations. But I think the concept applies here. Is it's better to confuse and deceive your enemy, or show them your cards. And the gray man's all about discipline. Deception is the largest section in effect to keep yourself safer. Could these not apply to other areas of your life? So it's just, and he's got good points here. We tend to put, a lot of us put this on us. This here is on us. Right here, the target. The thing is that it doesn't really matter. I mean, the minute we join any groups or any websites or whatever, the government becomes aware of it. That's obvious. That's obvious on that there. They become aware of it. But it also depends on what all we post and what we talk about too. How much we talk about makes them aware of it as well. Also, your neighbors and stuff. How much do you want to let them know? Making them aware of too much, it can be a problem. I don't like really talking people too much about that. I talk about my nature stuff and like that. I don't really talk a whole lot about my prepping. I went out today and I bought some more dry goods and stuff, some beans to put in a container and put up and set to the side in case I ever need it. I may never need it, but then again, I want to have those beans in some of the dry goods. I tend to buy more dry goods than I do canned goods and other things, because then I can just heat dry goods up when I need to heat them up and fix them. And actually they're cheaper to get than buying other. But I don't go around broadcasting what I do. I'm really kind of secretive. I don't like people coming in my house unless I super know them. It's just privacy-wise. I dry my plants when I can harvest them and stuff. Been really rainy first part of the year, so I didn't get to do much of that. So I'm kind of leery about people. I made some homemade syrup and gave some to the neighbor. And the neighbors didn't even know how to clean fish. They put catfish froze whole up in the freezer. And they got a couple more, and I sit there and gutted them and cleaned them for them. So there's just so much you want to show that you can do with stuff. It's one thing to show your neighbors and help your neighbors out on a few things, but it's another thing to tell them about what you got put up here. You don't really want to see them, so that's why I put some of my stuff in containers and put them up somewhere else in the house for me to have when I'm ready to cook. But I'm putting dry goods up. It's not good to let everybody know what you're doing, because, like I say, they'll be knocking at your door, and people sitting here, Mr. Centerfold right here, showing his guns and stuff off. Right there is setting him up for disaster. He thinks he's hot stuff right there, showing it off. Look at me, how sexy I am. Look at me and all my guns, my couple of guitars here. Look how good I look in my little trunks here. Come and take it. So basically, when you turn around and act like you don't know nothing, up here, most of them just think I'm just a good old girl. I just cut up and I carry on. But truth is, I don't have a problem being alone. I see things all the time, and I think different than most people. but you've got to put that air on about you. You've got to sit there and get along with the people around you, and you don't need to reveal too much. You don't need to put a target on your back. And one thing is, you got to be very careful about it, about your what you're doing, and kind of secretive about it, basically. So this is Live Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.